So where do you see actually pocket of strength? Looking at the States, looking at Asia, looking at India also with a new government and the reform announced, looking in general, Africa perhaps, where would you put your money saying, okay, this is really going to be a dynamic economy in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, first of all, there are some very big risks, including geopolitical risks, massive ones, very difficult for someone like me to guess. Who knows what's going to happen between Russia and Ukraine? Are we going to be at war with Russia in a year from now? Who knows? What about the Middle East? It looks absolutely terrifying. But if I leave those things aside, I am moderately optimistic about the US. I think they've gone through quite a lot of reform, and I've expected growth to pick up towards 3% a year or so, which is still, by US standards, in terms of a recovery, very weak. But I'm moderately optimistic. I'm a little less optimistic, but moderately optimistic about the UK, where I think we've got a sort of traditional boom. And more broadly, yes, emerging economies continue to have tremendous potential for growth. They have lots of problems, and I think the adjustments in China will be difficult. Getting growth accelerating in India it's difficult, and if China's growth slows, that will affect Africa a great deal, commodity exporters, also in Latin America. But if you look at China and India, which are two continental-sized countries, even bigger than continents in population, basically it's very difficult not to feel long-term optimism with these huge populations, still very poor, tremendous potential. That should be a growth pole for the world. If they carry out the reforms they know they have to do, and they do know this, I think we can be reasonably optimistic that these countries will continue to grow faster than the rest of the world economy. They will be more balanced. India is already relatively balanced. It will generate demand, and that will help Europe in the medium to long term.